Relationships can be so confusing. They're hard enough to understand in your native language, and now you need to understand them in English? Let's get some advice. But first, hello, I'm Kristen, and my goal is to share English with you in a way that is fun and easy to learn. I'd love for you to subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified when new videos are out on Thursday. And please, if you enjoy this video and find it helpful, share with others so we can spread the love. Also, liking, commenting, and subscribing lets YouTube know you appreciate the materials I share and will then show it to more people. Now, let's get into the video. So, when I was teaching English in China in 2014, many students often came to me for relationship advice. I was teaching adult students, and most of them were young women. I was also old enough at the time to be their mother and was the perfect person to ask for life advice. So I thought this was an excellent way today to share the relationship phrasal verbs in a real life kind of situation. Let's read an imaginary email from a young lady desperately needing relationship advice. I'll read the email asking for help and then share my own personal love life advice for her. Please follow along and see how many phrasal verbs you understand as I read. Today, we have an email from Samantha. She is concerned about how to find a healthy, long-lasting relationship. And she writes, "Dear Auntie Kristen, I need your help. I fell for Steve recently because we hit it off and got along so well. He asked me out for dinner after we hung out for a week getting to know each other. Then we went on a lovely dinner date and enjoyed ourselves. I didn't want to lead him on by acting shy. I have to admit, I want to hook up and make out with him. He's so gorgeous. I thought everything was going wonderfully for 6 months until I learned he cheated on me. I tried to put up with his infidelity, but jealousy wore me down. We began to drift apart and fell out too often. I decided to cut him loose and break up with Steve. I made him understand that when we split up, there was no chance for us to make up. I need to find a new boyfriend. It has been a few months and I want someone I can open up to and share my life. I would eventually like to move in with an honest, faithful man and settle down for life. Auntie Kristen, can you please advise me, please? I don't know where to look for a good man like this. Help! Signed, Sad Samantha. Samantha needs our help, but first, let's review all the phrasal verbs in this email. Did you hear many of them? How many do you think there are in this email? Put your guess in the comments. Do you have someone who you ask for advice about love and about life? Who is that person? Put their name down below if you want, and for me, I usually talk to my girlfriends or my 2 sisters. Now, let's go through Samantha's letter and highlight all the phrasal verbs she used to explain her current situation. And if you made a guess, there are 21 phrasal verbs in this letter from Samantha. Don't worry, there will be a list of all the phrasal verbs used in the email in the description box below. I need your help. I fell for Steve recently because we hit it off and got along so well. He asked me out for dinner after we hung out for a week getting to know each other. Then we went out for a lovely dinner date and had fun. Let's look at the first 6 phrasal verbs. But please remember, we probably wouldn't use all of these in one letter. This is just a teaching example. So the first one, fall for, which means to fall in love. Hit it off, to be friendly right away, to get along with each other really well. get along, to like each other, to enjoy each other's company. Ask out, to invite out on a date. Hang out, to spend time relaxing together. And go out, to spend time together actually out on a date. I didn't want to lead him on by acting shy. I have to admit, I want to hook up and make out with him. He's so gorgeous. Our next three phrasal verbs: lead him on or lead somebody on. That means to let somebody think you're interested in them romantically or physically. Hook up, get together in a physical way. And make out, spend time with heavy kissing and touching and hugging. I thought everything was going wonderfully for 6 months until I learned he cheated on me. I tried to put up with his infidelity, but jealousy wore me down. The next three are cheat on. It means to be unfaithful to a person in a relationship. Put up with, to tolerate, to deal with it, but you don't like what's happening. And to wear down means to gradually make someone lose their energy or their confidence in you or the situation. We began to drift apart and fell out too often. I decided to cut him loose and break up with Steve. I made him understand that when we split up, there was no chance for us to make up. Here's the next batch of 6 phrasal verbs. Drift apart. That's when two people become less intimate slowly over time. To fall out means to have an argument. Cut somebody loose. It means to distance oneself and to cut the ties, cut the connection, and let them go. Break up and split up are very similar, but break up is to end a relationship, and split up is a separation. And they have basically the same meaning. And then make up is to be reconciled after an argument, to get back together into a relationship after you have already ended it for some reason. I need to find a new boyfriend. It has been a few months, and I want someone I can open up to and share my life. I would eventually like to move in with an honest, faithful man and settle down for life. And our last three: open up, which means to be more communicative or confiding with somebody. Move in with, to start sharing a home or a house with somebody. And settle down, which means to live a quiet life, start a family, and get married. Grow up and start taking life more seriously. But it doesn't have to be more boring. Do you have advice for Samantha? What should she do? Where can she find a good man to start a strong relationship with? What would you tell her? For myself, my advice, I'd recommend she spend more time with her friends and socialize in a group. Don't focus so much on finding a new boyfriend and focus instead on having fun with your friends. Clubs and bars are not always the best place to meet your potential life partner, especially if either one of you have been drinking. Go to places where single people like to hang out, like concerts, beaches, the park, the grocery store, or even your local hardware shop. People are everywhere. So get out there and make connections with new friends. You never know where the relationship may go. If you'd like an opportunity to ask me real questions about your English language learning or your love life, please join our exclusive private Facebook group. We share stories, video challenges, and chat with each other every day. We'd love to see you there. I put the link in the description box below. Thanks for helping solve Samantha's love life problems. For more videos about phrasal verbs and English grammar, please check out these videos. And don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Never stop learning. See you next week.